Well, yeah, and one of our first stories today is a quick look back at a little tabulation that we've got to add a little mark to today, because the Clinton body count, I don't know if you heard this story. Of course, you know about the Clinton body count. Surely you're aware of that. Back during the Clinton years, all of the people surrounding the Clintons who died under mysterious circumstances, and particularly a lot of them suicides. That was a very common thing. So somebody's actually made a listing of all of the people, and I think it stretches to over 40 people that are died suspiciously. And then there's a whole bunch more that are just questionable. So there's all kinds of issues surrounding the Clintons. I mean, let's face it, folks. How many people do you know that have died under these kind of mysterious circumstances? Has it been a half a dozen or a dozen people? I don't think so.
I think maybe my entire life I heard of one close to me.
Yeah, like one or two maybe, right? Well, the Clintons, it's like every other friend winds up committing suicide. And that's what happened last weekend, apparently, in Little Rock, Arkansas. A man named Mark Middleton, who was a special advisor to Bill Clinton, both when he was campaigning for president, he was the finance director of the Clinton campaign, and when President Clinton was president, he was a special advisor under the chief of staff. Now, what did he do that was so special? What kind of advice did he give, and what things did he do that was so special? And basically, he was the conduit between Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton. He is the one who admitted Epstein to the Clinton White House 7 out of the 17 times that Epstein... Think about that. Epstein was admitted to the Clinton White House 17 times.
Wow.
How many times did Bill Clinton go to Epstein's house? One has to wonder. Or Epstein's Island. These are questions people ask, but...
We know he was on the plane.
We know he was on the plane. We've got those records. And Mark Middleton also was on the plane. He flew on what they call the Lolita Express. Remember, Jeffrey Epstein got rid of that one shortly before he committed suicide. And so that plane no longer exists, right? There's no more evidence. Whatever was on that plane is now gone. They got rid of that. I'm amazed they let him get rid of that. But of course they let him get rid of it. The whole thing has been a cover-up of the Epstein story. And now just a few little last bits of cleanup seem to be going on. And old Mark Middleton decided that, life was just too much for him. 59 years old. And if you see a picture of him, he looks like such a nice man. I mean, he looks like somebody you would see in church, smiling. Looks like, as I mentioned earlier, a pillar of the community. But apparently he was the conduit between Bill Clinton, not the most savory of people, and Jeffrey Epstein, one of the least savory people that we can think of. So this was the go-between man. And he decided to commit suicide at age 59 last weekend. So add that one to the Clinton body count. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard. And if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.